The wind's pushing me toward the dock. Oh, that's a decent one. All right. Fishing with something, guys, I haven't fished with for a while. I'm going to go ahead and net him so I don't lose him. You lose them when you pick them up. That's when you lose them. When you pick that fish up off that water and all that weight's on him, that's usually it, right? Let's see if I can get this off that tearing up my bait. Wow. I'm using a number 6 hook. I'm going to tell you what, those small hooks, once they get dug in, they got you. He ain't getting away. That's a good fish. All right, let me show you. Bam. Willow Tail. That's right, a Willow Tail. It's a good fish, guys. Now, let me get control of my boat. Bam, I ain't careful. I'm going to be up on that big rock right there. Looks like I'm a long ways, guys. The GoPro lied to you. Back of my boat right now is about 3 foot from the bank. All right. I'm on a steep cliff. This is the bank here goes almost straight down. I've had fish here before. I think the fish are coming through that stargate right there and coming here. So I think that's how they're getting here. Right? They could be from another planet, couldn't they? I'm trying to pitch this Willow Tail up under this dock. It's a floating dock. That really gets tough. Now, have you heard that? I don't know if y'all can hear it click just now. It clicked because it hit a float going this way on the other side. Now, when my depth finder's working right, you can see the fish here. It's a good mess of them. And I can't quite reach them. I've got to make them sucker out because they're back there about where that other one's going this way and under that pontoon. So, that one I threw back there. Here's my baits right here. My bait's falling the boat right here. My bait's falling the boat right there. You can see it's a mess of fish there. And if I don't get one to sucker out, then that's it. That one, first cast, he suckered out. Now, that happens sometimes, especially these black crappie. You catch 1 or 2, that's it. My baby. Honey. I think the majority of them under there are probably that size. All right, guys, I move. I'm catching 1 or 2 off each dock and they're quitting on me. That young man came down there, the guy that owns the place came down there, and he said, fish all you want. Y'all thought I was going to say he ran me off, didn't you? No, I've talked to him before. I don't fish that dock a lot. There's always fish. I've never been there and there's no fish there. They love floating docks. Because I reckon, I don't know why, but there's like 3 on this lake, and every one of them I've been to has had fish on them. It's just they position themselves in those floating docks where you can't get to them. You know, you can't cast back under them, and you got to sucker them out. And they got to where they were just chasing it. And I probably didn't make 10 casts there. And that's how I usually fish that spot, unless they out further. That's a good fish, guys. This is the sunshine color. Now look, you're fishing dirty water. Y'all notice the water's changed colors from back in the creek to here? Yeah, I'm on the main lake now. It's coming down from last Friday's rain, finally getting to us. Coming down the river. That's a good one. Wow. He's 11 and a half. Bam. Sunshine color Willow Tail. This video, of course, y'all have figured it out. It's all about the Willow Tail. Something I don't fish with y'all very often. And you know what? I said this Wednesday night. I sold more Willow Tails in the month of September than I did anything. That was my number 1 selling bait. Number 2 was the fathead minnow. Yep. My site tells me every bag that goes out, guys, of course. Being a computer site, right? Online site, tells me every bag that goes out, what I'm selling, and the amount of. And that's how it was last month. Willow Tails, fathead minnow, and then it was the cricket. Yeah, it was the cricket. And then the LC shad. So, a lot of y'all guys just buy LC shad. Well, a lot of people buy a mix. A lot of people buy 2 of this, 2 of that, 3 of that. So, that's how it gets up there. And I said this. I'm not going to tell you what state the Willow Tails go to, but it's 2 states that seem like most of them go to. Good gosh. I can say this is not a crappie. Yeah, and this is what I expect a lot of times around these crappie. This is some type of sunfish. I'm not sure what it is. I can say it's a shell cracker, but I don't think I've ever seen one. Look at that thing. He's got orange in him. I mean pink all over him. I'm not sure, guys, the coloration. What he is. Really not sure. It's not a shell cracker, I don't think. It looks more like a pumpkin seed. And we have, ouch! He got me at that dorsal fin. This is what I don't like about the sunfish. Their little mouths are so small. I got it. There, I got it. But look at the color on him. He made me bleed too, didn't he? He made me pay for that. That's why I don't like fooling with these. They're hard to hold. If you grab them behind the gill like that and get a hold of them, you'll be okay. But he got me before I got a chance to do that. Oh, guys, he had me hung up, so I didn't get my camera on right away. I can see the dirt on my line. I can see the mud on my line right here. That came off the post. Trash off the post. Grab him. He's probably not quite 10. He's at that area. Now this is azure. Okay? Azure. Now the first one I fished with, right here, this is called Candy. This is azure front, chartreuse tail. I call it Candy because if you got 2-3 foot visibility in that area, cloudy day, whatever, that chartreuse tail, they just eat it up. I gotta get all this trash off my line. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I caught the one on the chartreuse. Anytime you have a cloudy day or dirty water, something with chartreuse tail, chartreuse is hard to beat. Most of y'all guys know that. Crappie like chartreuse anyway. Yeah, I'm dealing with the wind, guys. I caught the fish over here. You see where I'm at already because I didn't have my spot lock on. This water was not this dirty midweek. This watercolor here came in. Today is Saturday. This watercolor came in Thursday or Friday. I cross the lake every day going to work. I've been painting the house about 1.5 miles from me, 2 miles from me, and I got to cross Great Creek. Every going to work and coming back, and it has not been this color. So this watercolor came in sometime, and maybe I didn't notice it Friday when I crossed because yesterday I didn't pay a whole lot of attention yesterday. But there were some people fishing there Thursday morning, and I slowed down and was paying attention. So I think it came in Thursday or Friday. And what happened is the rivers, the Dan River, okay, and the Stanton River feeds Kerr Lake. And then from Kerr Lake, it runs through Kerr Lake to us, okay? Plus we have all these creeks. Well, we didn't dirty up from the storm last Friday, in a week. We didn't dirty up from that much. Very little, very little. But I knew that above us, up through there, they got more rain than we did. So I was expecting those rivers got a little dirty up that way. It takes a while for it to get to us. So it's here. Now the fish have got to adjust to that. I think the fish is not easy today, for sure. But like I say, I heard the guys that talk about black crappie and white crappie, how the black crappie are hard to catch. I think I've caught 2 white crappie here this year. We'd have very few white crappie here. Very, very few. I don't know why. Maybe because most of the time the water's clear. And they said they don't like clear water. Our water's usually 3 to 5 foot visibility all summer. Okay? In the spring we get a lot of rain, like in March and April, sometimes February, March and April. It dirties up like it is now. But usually by May, it's clear again. And usually from May till fall, unless we get a hurricane, it stays clear. And I've seen it sometimes in December. You can see the bottom 5, 6, 7 foot. And that's probably why we don't have as many white crappie. But we have a huge black crappie population here. And they can be finicky. And as this water changed colors last couple days, they might not fire up until they adjust to it. Right? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Guys, I had to get off that main lake. Y'all heard me say on the last fish, the wind was getting up some. It just kept on. And it wasn't a little bit, that wind was kicking. And I went to move to another dock because I was fighting myself. I thought, well, let's cross the lake. It was worse. I crossed the lake and the wind would just beat me. All right, this is the azure color. Since we got in here where the water's a little cleaner, I went to another color. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Not a monster, but it's a good one. He got a yellow color to him. You know, there's the difference in the color of them. They would change with that water color, won't they? All right, he's a good one. He's about 10.5. Virginia shad. Now guys, the Virginia shad and flash are two colors. If you're fishing some clear water, see it's got chartreuse flake in it. What's the difference? And that's it. That's the big difference in the Virginia shad and flash. Flash is silver and black flake. Okay, it's two sizes of silver. This one's silver and chartreuse. You can see the chartreuse flake in it. That's why I call it Virginia shad. You know, a lot of companies started coming out back in their 2005 or whatever in that area with sexy shad color crankbaits and that kind of stuff. Some of y'all bass fish remember that? Well, I thought, I can't put stripes on side that bait, but I can put chartreuse flake in it. We just call it Virginia shad, and that's what I've done. Great color. I sell a lot of baits in that color. It's great in the prey bait. That's why I make it. I make it the cricket. I make it in a lot of stuff, those two colors. Because if you got water that's at least 2 foot visibility, you're not going to beat it. Whoa, come here, buddy. Whoa. Where are you going? Don't get in the trolling motor. He took off like he was just going to take... I know you're not that big, but you thought you were. You got to love when they got that attitude. When they hit you and just take off like, we're going to clean house. We're going to empty that reel. And then you get them in, you go like, buddy, you ain't big enough to empty anything. He's pushing 11 inches. Virginia shad. You know what? Probably one of my favorite colors all around and all the baits I have. Okay, buddy. Oh yeah, you mean. Don't you love it when they mean like that? Come here. See how mean you are? Get you in that net. You ain't very big either. You might push 11. Let me stretch and make him 11. I think he's pushing it. All right, guys, it's still the Virginia shad color. That's what I'm throwing. I'm going to end it right there. Guys, the wind's getting up and it's nasty looking and they're not calling for rain. I looked this morning before I left. There was no rain in sight. There's the Virginia shad color. Bam. That's a real pretty fish. Got the beautiful color to him. But you know what? The weatherman can be wrong right often. But it was not calling for any rain. I thought I felt rain hit me coming up the lake just now. I stopped at where I caught that last fish. Left them there. There was quite a few there too. They're scattered right now. Sometimes I'm seeing the dock on the main lake had a lot of fish on it. It probably had at least 40 on it, I'm gonna guess. And it was two schools, separate schools. That's how it usually is there. It's usually someone under each boat. But they had sucked back because I think they were still letting water out. You see how clear the water is here? I can see my bait way on down there. The main channel about 10 inches was maybe 8 or 10 inches. And I think those fish were screwed up from that too. But they was letting current out. When they let current out and make current, the fish turn to get closer to the bank. That's something I've learned through the years too. Bass like it. Now, the current, bass will get on points and stuff. The bass fishing picks up when the current's moving. You know, I've learned that when I used bass fish a lot. When I see the current was moving, I'd go fish points. Because the water's moving across those points, I reckon it's pushing bait fish around. But the crappie don't like the current, so they suck back further. All right? But I came back into the clear water. The fish in this clear water seemed to be a little bit more aggressive today. But hey, that's a little fun with the Willow Tail. I fished with a few different colors. I've got them in a lot of different colors, from Pink Lady, which is a color in some of the small baits. It's great too for clear water. I got some stain water colors, and I got the tail colors. All right, they have chartreuse tails. A couple of them have blue tails. Check them out. They country baits, Willow Tails. I just haven't fished with them for a while and thought maybe I needed to do that to give y'all a chance to see them and see that they catch fish. Appreciate y'all, guys. See you next time, Fishing Lake Country.